Well, I'm headed back to Thailand. And honestly, I don't know if this is going to work. So I've spent several years now going back and forth to Thailand, trying to make a long-term thing happen over there. I started with digital, with trying to be the digital nomad, and then with finding the bar and seeing the capabilities of entrepreneurship, my focus kind of shifted. Now, even with everything that happened with the bar, what I've realized is that entrepreneurship is just so much more possible in Thailand than it is especially in Canada. You know, getting a place like I had in Thailand, in a busy nightlife area, in a complex that is all very popular bars. Now, getting something like that here in Canada would be something that I could just not do. Now, with purchasing the bar, running it, and then selling it, what really made me realize is how possible entrepreneurship is there. How much of a market there is to be somebody who doesn't have millions of dollars, who's not completely loaded, and start your own business. You know, even with everything that happened, I'm not in a bad position. I'm not in a position that I'll be broke for years and years and years. Whereas if I had tried to open something like that, something like my bar here in Canada, the initial startup cost would be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Now, this is a great thing about Thailand. The accessibility and the possibility of business is so much bigger there than it is back here in the West, which is why that is what I'm going to be focusing on. Now, when I did open my bar, I kind of went into that blind. I had no previous experience running a business of any sort in Thailand, let alone a bar in the nightlife industry. Now, I did have my ex-business partner, and she was a very valuable asset. She helped a lot. But there were things that I just didn't know, and really I couldn't find online. There's not a ton of information on how to open a business, and let alone the things you need to do to be successful. Now, although I did have to sell my bar, all things considered, it did do pretty well while I was a part of it. You know, we were profitable during the high season, and we could have built that into something great, but of course I ended up selling it, and again, I'm not going to rehash that. Now, I learned a lot while running that bar during the operation phase, but obviously I have a lot more to learn. There is a ton of things that you need to know just to properly operate a business here or a bar in general in Thailand. But honestly, it's pretty amazing that things did go as well as they did. You know, given the lack of information, the lack of experience, we did very well, all things considered. But I can't be doing that again. I can't be risking having to sell a business or lose a business that I operate again, especially because this time I'm going at it alone. So I won't have the safety net of a Thai partner to help me. It'll be on me whether this succeeds or it fails. Next step. You know, what is the plan moving forward? I could open another business. I could open a bar or a coffee shop or something. But I want to make sure that my next venture will be successful. And so I don't see a problem in spending the next year in really diving into entrepreneurship in Thailand. You know, talking to other successful entrepreneurs, talking to people who own different businesses, you know, maybe looking into different styles of businesses. Not only bars, but there's so much in terms of possibilities in Thailand. You know, hostels, hotels, Airbnbs, coffee shops, restaurants, and many, many more that I haven't even heard of yet. There's so many possibilities for entrepreneurship in Thailand. And that's something that I truly want to learn more about. And so I can spend this time, this year of my life in Thailand, learning from people who have done it successfully, learning from people who have spent years in Thailand, more than I have, and done it successfully off of a brick and mortar business, you know? And so that's kind of the goal, is to talk to a lot of people, to learn the things that I don't know that maybe led to the downfall of my last business, to make sure that my next venture is successful. Well, I've officially made it to Thailand, and I'm now in Chiang Mai again. I really hope that you stick around for this year while I learn from some of the best in the field on how to properly run and manage a business here in Thailand. Cheers. Now, for those of you who've been following the channel for a while, know that I used to own a bar here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I've actually written a book detailing the entire process that is completely free to download. The link is in the description. I hope you check it out.